Good evening, everybody. I always love it when I forget to turn scenes off and stuff, and then I go to another view and it's like, oops, I forgot I shut that off. Anyway, how are you doing tonight? I am doing good. Gonna show our flight tonight. Gonna be departing Las Vegas, flying down to Phoenix. This is the Join AVA, American Airlines VA that I belong to. We're on a NASCAR tour. So it's basically whatever NASCAR flight or NASCAR track is at the previous night or previous week, then we fly to the next one. I typically do this on Sunday. The wife was out of town. Got back into town about this time last night when I was going to actually start my stream. So it did not happen, as you can tell. So I'm doing it tonight. Okay, we are in COA 626 tonight. We are AAL 100. Airbus 320. AAL, American Airlines. So let's connect up. We are connected in. I wish I knew how to get this out of here. Move it. Oh, somebody told me how to move it. I do this. If I remember correctly. Maybe that's that. Let me make sure that my audio setups are correct. Line 2. Look at that. We might be in business tonight, folks. We might be in business. Wolfool, how's it going, man? I appreciate you hopping on. Let's go ahead and get back in the plane and get our air and stuff started. And I will... Nope, not hearing that. Not hearing it in my headset either. Did I forget to turn on my... Nope, they're all going good. Okay. Why I'm not hearing that through my headset, but I'm not. Battery 2 on. Go ahead and get our tanks on, and then we're going to get everything going here. I will get the emergency lights on armed. Get seatbelt signs in auto. Get our beacon on. The nav lights just like they are for now. Everything that's may as well get these going here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to call up SimBrief. Elios, how's it going, man? Oh, it's doing great, man. You can see my frames. I'm up in the 50s, which is much better than I was, I will say. Let's get SimBrief going here. I started this. I got this route stuff kind of worked through earlier, but I didn't do much further than that. So let's go ahead and go my flight plan. AL 100, A320 Las Vegas to Phoenix. I think it's Prescott. We're going to flight level 270. We're doing the Perfume 3, Perfume 4 departure, and we're coming in on the Brusser 1. Into 1 kilogram, so everything's good there. I'm going to try this. I haven't tried it before, but from what I've heard, I can use this court.ini, and it tells you what you have to do with it. So I need to make sure I put it in the aircraft A320 data directory. So let's make sure, let's try to do that. Aircraft. Okay, where did it go? It should have popped up with location and cop save it to, but I don't see anything. Let's try it. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Let's try it again. Now I'm hitting it, it's just not popping up. Great. Just effing great. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that long of a flight anyway that I need to worry about having it in there. That is so weird. I wonder why it's not working. Anyway. Let's see, I thought I set it up for... yeah, here we go. Cost index of 65. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. We got our total fuel that we need in here, so we need in here 5166. So we'll put a 5200 in. So a little fuel we'll call the trucks. $5,200. We'll set it. Of course, now it just popped up. So we're going to try this here. They said to put it in my directory that has my aircraft, payware, 320. Of course, I hit it 3 times, so it popped up 3 times. Let's go find that again. I thought it was maps. Okay, so A320 data. That's all. Let's go ahead and replace that then. Okay, so that's now set. We'll see if it works. Grony Groovy, how's it going? Appreciate you hopping on tonight. So we got our fuel set. Perf data will leave until we need to come back up. Come back here in a little bit. Master caution can get clicked off. 3001 on the altimeter. 001 is set. That's good. Let's go ahead down here to the main. So KLAS to KPHS, PHX. KPHX. So that didn't work. Did I not do it right? It didn't work. Oh well. Hey Ron, how's it going, man? Gonna watch to see if you can get the court file working. Well, I thought I did this right. Enter your departure and airport arrivals as one word into the... Oh, I see what I did wrong. Dang it, I wonder if I can go back. I went ahead and filled this stuff out, and I probably shouldn't have. Oh, it doesn't work? Okay, thanks, Ron. Yeah, and said this flight is so short, I'm not that worried about it anyway. But I was supposed to put, let me just try here quick. Let's go KLAS, KPHX, KLAS, KPHX. Yeah, it's not in the tab, whatever. I'm not, and you know the funny thing with it is KLAS, KPHX isn't in there anyway. It's called route dot whatever the hell, court.in, so.
My computer's free if you want to run the scan, but if you don't...
I will. Close the door. Okay, so flight number is AAL 100. Oh, shit. Yeah, it doesn't matter what day you flight, I don't think. I don't care. I was going to fly yesterday, Ron, but my wife was visiting my daughter, and I was going to do it later in the evening. And she got home later than she thought she would, so I just kind of wanted to hang out with her for a little while, and I thought, you know, I'll just fly it tonight. But no biggie. 270. That is set because you don't need that many zeros. There we go. Zero fuel weight. I thought it was 41.2. 41.2. Block fuel is 5.2. Rifle, how's it going, man? Famous Viper 00. Hello. So got our block fuel. Let's go ahead and go to, we already did in it. Let's go to performance. This fills in, and I just use the same number here. Flaps for this baby is going to be up 1.8. So flaps 1, and we're going up 1.8. I really wanted to check out my scenery. And hey, Ron. Oh, I found your joystick. Yeah, good one. Yeah, she just hopped in here. She has having some issues with her computer. I got to run a scan on it. Ron, where do I find out my shit? What do you call it?
You streaming?
Yes, I'm streaming.
Hey.
Where do I find out my flex takeoff? Is it in here? Is it in here? DOI, I don't think that's it. Cabin, no, that's how many, that's the number of people. Really only 49 people? Oh well. I got trim position, that's center of gravity. No, it's, where do I find it, or I just fucking guess? Or I wonder if that would be back here. I wonder if it's in here somewhere. I bet it. I have a feeling you don't flex. Okay. Yeah, I always just 6 is my favorite number, so I always just put in flex of 66. Although that's probably way the hell too high, because I've seen some people putting in like 45 and 35, and for such a short route, I got hardly any fuel in here. I wouldn't imagine it would need to be that high, but. I'm just looking through here to see if it says anything. I finally found the place where I can actually set my cost index. So it's got the cost index filled out now. It's, you can't see it now, but you just go down to more options, I think. Ooh, I could pre-file. I forgot about that. How long is it going to take for that to pop up? We're going to try and pre-file, see if this works. 45 covers a lot, but I'll give you a link to that. Okay. Here's my last route. Could take a look, please. I usually use 40. Okay. I don't think it really matters. Well, you know what? If you guys are talking about that stuff while I'm waiting for this to pop up, let's just take a gander at mine and see what it actually put in there. Here's what it put in there. Route, LAX, KPHS, Perfume, Direct, Wartco. There's my cost index, and there's my flight level. And I think what happened is I inadvertently clicked the KLAS/KPHX, so it kind of bombed that out. I might, depending upon what time I get done here, I might do another flight after this and check it. I don't know yet. Probably not, but I might. Anyway, that's what it put in there. I don't know if the RTE is supposed to be in there. I'm trying to get this thing to pre-flight. So go pre-file flight. Oh, that's why. Duh. Helps if you hit the frickin' right buttons. So we're going to go ahead and pre-file my VFR 320/L 470 LX 1620 27,000 Perfume Brusser 1. Can I add a link for your take? Sure. No problemo. I'm going to change this out to something that I want to actually
What? What? What are you talking about? Who?
Let me see this. Oh, I guess if you select 320, you can't change this. Okay, so if I go... Please use a setup page to add runways. No, I don't care about that. So, KLAS. Oh, I gotta go through all this. Type in your IC. Oh, then click METAR. Okay. Oh, well, I'll make it fills it all in then. Oh, nice. So we're gonna go 1 plus F. Packs are gonna be off. Anti-ice off. Runways dry. Type in your ICOA, then click METAR nearly. Now what? I got my set flaps, that's off, dry. Oh, runway, shit, let's see. God, I wonder if they'll have us going off 7s. I'm gonna go off the 7s, or 8s. So we'll go off 8 left. Heading 0, flex. Now it's not helping me any though. Do I hit calculate now? Flex 4,000. So should I go flex 4? Is that right? This is cool. I didn't even realize this was up here. I'm going to save that right now in my flight sim stuff. Done. Are you still there? It's still not. Is it takeoff speed V1? It's not filling any of the stuff in. Am I missing something? Oh, takeoff weight. I can get that information. Let me check here quick. Takeoff weight will be 0 fuel weight 46. Oh, I screwed that up. I messed it up. I should have had my 0 fuel weight as 46.3. But it's too late to check that too, isn't it? Yes, 46.3. Okay, block is still the same. So that's fine. Let's clear this. Let's go to performance. Okay, so it's already filled in. That's fine. Okay, hold on, let me go back. Okay, and from the iPad page, gross weight, not 0 fuel weight. Gross weight, so 51 point, okay, 51.5. So 51,582. Oops, shit, where did I type that at? 51,582. Not letting me type anything in. I mean, iPad page gross weight, not feeling where would I put the runways? Where would I put the runways? Not sure what you mean. So I want to let me change this. Oh, maybe I got to do this. There we go. Now click calculate, maybe. Jesus Christ. Oh, no, this can't be right. This isn't even anywhere near this isn't anywhere near what the sim itself is coming up with. The sim itself came up with 114, not 148. That's the flex. So the flex is 4. 148 is what I want? Really? When I did the calculations in here, it came up as 114. can't imagine it's 148 on this low of a... Oh, shit, whatever. I don't care. I'll try it. We'll keep it like that. We're good. So flex is really 4. Have to see the page again. Okay, hold on. There you go. See, I've got flex is 1360 plus 4. For some reason it didn't. Let me look at something here quick. Okay, that's fine. So we got the METAR. We're going 1, packs are off, anti-ice off, dry runways. 51, 582, 08 left, full. I don't know what that is. Oh, meters, that must be how long the runway is. That's fine. So here's where I hit calculate, right? So I've got, there's the all the information. Elevation, okay. Flaps 1 plus the spoilers, 0, 0, dry. 51,582 is the takeoff weight. So I hit calculate. So now what? I'd say flex is 1360. That's your heading. Yeah, I didn't even fill out the VR numbers that time. Okay, you're fine. I'll go back. There's your load sheets. Okay, let me go ahead and file this. We're filed, so we're good. Don't need to worry about that. Okay, I must have missed some stuff here. Okay, Cindy, you need to use the field next to that. Input there. I think I already took care of that when you were correcting me. Yeah, now all of a sudden this shows 0. Why did that go 0 too? Stab trim. The number you want is left. No, that's heading. Heading is 090. That's the heading. This shows 1360 and then plus 4. That's what I got up. Let's redo it. Okay, walk me through this. So we got the A320. It's the CFM engines. Hell, I don't even know what the hell engines they are. We're going to get the ICAO, which is KLAS. We're going to grab the METAR. Correct? So I'm clicking the METAR. So the outside air temperature is 22. QNH is 1016, 0704 knots. Elevation 2181 feet. Cab. We're using flaps 1. Packs are off. NIS off. That's off. Now runway. Okay, so I select the runway. We're going to go off 08 left. And we're going to use the full length. The heading is 079. And I think that's takeoff runway available is 2,243 meters. So it's plenty long enough. Okay, so we're using all that. Heading is 090 again. I don't know why this is on here twice. We have it here and then here. But I want to go kilograms, but don't I want to put the maximum takeoff weight in here right now, which was the 51, or do I calculate first? So right here, or right here. Oh, maybe right here. 51582. Right there. Okay, I'm waiting for you. I'm not going to get ahead of you. Okay, so I got the weight in there. 51582. Yep. Okay, now do I put anything in here? Mac takeoff weight? Stab trim. Would that be, I'm waiting for you. I'm not going to get ahead of you. Do I need to fill something in here? Because it seems like all the white ones are where I need to do something. I can't fill anything out in here. Try it without it. I'm new to might be other. Okay, alright. So, okay, let's just look up here quick. Mac takeoff weight. See our gross weight. I wonder if it's looking for. Oh, here's gross weight. I already put that in. DOI 0 fuel weight center of gravity 19.5 and center of gravity is 20.4. So we're not going to worry about that. So let's call that back up. Let's go ahead and calculate and see what happens. Okay, so flex is 64. And takeoff speeds are all 148. Wow, why is that so far off? Why is that so far off? Okay, so flex 64. So there we go. So we have flex 64. And we need to make sure transition altitude is set to 18,000. Okay, well, we made it through that. Yep, I got the up, yep. Okay, well, yeah, this says 64, so I'm going to try 64. I myself thinks that this is a little high. The V speeds, I think. Let's put them all three at 148. That's what this says. I think it's a little high, but maybe not. Oh, you know what? I wonder if you can calculate this on different runways. If you're thinking like the runway's not compatible or it's not long enough, and that'll tell you two different runways. I did say Monday night hop, so here we go. Yeah, and I'm not so sure I'm believing the numbers with the flight factor either. But I know in a Boeing, a 7.3, a short flight like this with a small amount of passengers, you typically don't need that many that much speed. But anyway, it is what it is. So we're going to go back to flight plan. Let's clear that. Return, I guess all that is. So we're going to go departure. We're going to go 07, although it's 08. We are going out on the... Oh, don't tell me that this departure is not on the... in the fucking... damn it. I wish I could get that updated. That's the next thing I need to do is figure out how to... I need to figure out how to get the current Navigraph information in here. Because I'm supposed to be using the perfume, but I can't. I just need to look at these. Nope. Nope. That would work. That would work as well. Ouch, nope, that's heading the wrong direction. 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 That's heading the right direction. We'll just have to use this. Not this, I'm sorry. We'll have to use the Hoover. Shit. The Cowboy one would work too, I guess. Yeah, we'll use Cowboy. Dang it. That one can be uninstalled. Yeah, that'd be fine and dandy if I could, if it was on the, if it was on the, either use Cowboy. Yeah, you know what? I could realistically put the waypoints in there. It's not going to be that difficult. No, but I'm not even going off that direction, though. I can't even use this. I can't even use that one. That's why. I wonder if I changed my runway. What is it? Winds are 0704. Let me try changing the runway and seeing if it gives me the perfume. So let's go runway. Oh shit. Let's go. How do I go back? So KLAS departure. Let's try the 19. 19 left. There we go. Perfume 3. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Ron. I guess if I would have looked closer, I would have realized that this isn't even a correct departure. So, oops. You learned some. Learning quite a bit tonight, folks. Thank you very much. So then we'll go to perfume. And then from perfume... perfume, we're going to Watro. So we go airways. We go WOTRO. And insert that. Insert. Kill this. Go to insert. Go to Phoenix. Coming in on the Bresser 1. Let's figure out what we have for winds at Phoenix. John, thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it. Mitar. Oh, everything is all zeros. So let's take a look at this Bresser and see what might be the easiest one to get in on. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. So Watro, we're going to come in on Bresser. We'll just go ahead and come in on the eastbound. So we'll just take, let's see, what do we want to take? We'll take 8. Let's see if 8's even selectable. Yes. 8 it is. Brusser 1, Quattro. I don't know if I need to grab that, put that Quattro in there again, given the fact that it was already there, but Perfume, Quattro, Wiener. I guess that's Winner, and not Wiener. Drake, Meyer, Brusser, Bidwell, NC, Fireball, Pigskin, Tillman, Jameel. Okay, there we go. And then straight in. So that's all set. We're good there. Go back up to the top. That's all set. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's Monday night hops. It was supposed to be Sunday night, but didn't quite work out well enough last night. We'll see if, go back here, we'll look to see if the Perfume's got any apparent runway that it says to be at. Okay, below 7,000, so we'll keep that at 7,000. Climb to 2682, then direct. I don't know about that. For initial climb, runways 19R, 26RC inset. Oh, okay. 194 to fix it out. Who cares? So we're going to go to 7,000. So that is set. We still have 3001. I've been very happy with my frame still. It's looking good. I don't know if you guys know, but there's a Steaks. How's it going, man? There is a Chili Willie's. How's it going, man? Oh, well, thank you for the raid, Chili. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. So we got that all set. There's a new version of Better Pushback that's out now. It was just, God, I noticed it. I think I saw, oh yeah, Cat. Cat tweeted it out there today because they've got cats actually in the announcements now. So we're going to hear that here in a second. Let's go ahead and take another outside look. Fuel truck is, ooh, I might want to disconnect the fuel truck, I guess. Let's go ahead and get the APU going. Get it started up. Yeah, thanks, man. I don't always go through checklists, so don't always expect like the stairs to be closed, and there might be doors open still when I fly. It's just kind of an enlightening way to make it interesting for the passengers. So let's go ahead down here. Okay, the flap's open. Let's kind of watch this as it goes up here. We'll get the fuel truck disconnected. There we go. APU gen is on, so we can go ahead and disconnect the truck. Oops, I meant those to be off. No, off. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and get... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, don't tell me it died. Oh, good. Jesus. I hit the wrong button. Oh, that all reset. We want to use managed speed. Manage head mode. Did I lose everything on here? GPS primary lost. I'm still good. That's good. Dang it, I hit the wrong button. Okay, that's set. Performance, we have all that stuff set. Phase, flight plan is all still good. Okay. GPS prime. Let's go back up here. I hope if I'm gonna just turn these off here quick. Give him a second. Dag nabbit. That was a total screw up. Complete screw up. I don't know why, but my host button doesn't seem to be making any noise tonight. Not sure why. Or my follow button. I got a couple of warnings here. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it, guys. Let's try getting these loaded up again. Good. Yep, I always think that I gotta have the green on, being that it's and I've got to remember that with the Airbus, you don't have it. It's on unless it says that it's not on. That's when it would say fault. And I clicked it thinking I had to turn it on. Dag nabbit. Frustrating. Hope to God that's GPS. I figured that was going to happen. It'll take a second for it to realign. Yep, I'm sure it is. Hopefully it realigns here. Give it a second. I'm going to run for 1 second. I will be right back as soon as, hopefully it's aligned by then. I'll be away for 1 short minute. How's it going, man? Yeah. I had to step away for a second. I don't know. Don't tell me it's not going to realign now. Dang nabbit. Ah, frustrating. Frustrating. It wouldn't still be aligning. Would it be done by now? It shows aligned. Try recycling. I did that. I did that once. Let's try it again though. If that's the case, I might just restart. I don't want to have to do it, but I might just restart X-Plane quick. I don't want to lose you guys. Because I want to thank Chili for the stream. I appreciate it, man. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, inadvertently, I was getting stuff, got the APU going, and I didn't see a green, meaning it had to be turned on, so I went to turn it on and I accidentally turned it off. So, yeah, that was my stupidity. I'll give it a few seconds to settle down here. A reboot won't, or a restart of, a restart won't take that long. So let's go ahead and try turning that baby back on again. Wait for it to, should pop up here and say battery on or battery off. Sometimes I don't wait for it and sometimes I do. There, on battery. I wait for it to go off. Click the next one. Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that reload aircraft thing. Every time I buy a new plane or get an update on a plane and it asks for the serial number, I always completely shut down out of X-Plane and come back into it. Why? Fuck, I don't know. It's just when it says reload aircraft, I think I gotta reload it. Okay, so those are all done now, and it's going to ask me to align, so let's go ahead and click align. And let's give it a few seconds here. Like I said, if I've got to realign it, that's fine. But if I got to just reload, I'll reload. I have absolutely no problem with that. Stakes was the follower. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I don't know why, and I've even got Streamlabs going right here, and for, uh-oh. Oh, okay, didn't happen. I don't know why I've got Streamlabs going, and why it's not putting my stuff out there. I have no frickin' idea. I have no idea. It's not looking good. I'll give it another minute. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to go ahead and do a realign. Or not realign, or reload the current aircraft. Going to give it about 5 more seconds. I don't know. I'll give it another minute. What time is it? 9:18. Yeah, here I thought I was going to try and get another flight in. Hell. Well, guess what I can do then, Ron? I can try out that whatever SimBrief calls it. I can try out the court.in. Okay, screw it. Developer, reload current aircraft. Son of a bee. This won't take long to roll back through this, though. Sorry, guys. Nico Era 110, how's it going, man? Hello to you, too. I appreciate guys when they hop in saying hello so I can acknowledge the fact that they're here. Now that it's starting to get warm outside again, I'm boiling in here. It's bad enough that it's getting warm outside. We've got hot water tube in the concrete in the basement here in the floor, and before we get a chance to get the water heater turned completely down so that it's not circulating hot water through the tubes, it stays a little warm. Oh, I'm boiling my... Gino, how's it going, man? I think I'm saying that right. Okay, so here we are. We're back. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm happy. I didn't completely bomb everything. So let's go ahead and just start from scratch. Am I seeing a plane? Oh, they're good. I'm still connected to... Okay, so external power is on. Can go ahead and get the batteries on. Get the pumps on. Come back down here and get the emergency light is armed. Beacon on. Gino 07. Oh, there I'm hearing it now. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. I guess I'm going to have to do that. I'll just keep that off this side. I heard it that time. That was strange. Awesome. So we have that going. We got that set. We got the beacon on. Nico Arrow 110. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Beacon on. We'll go ahead and get the this realigned. ADers. I like the Bob Ross man. On battery, go ahead and get... I always just go from left to right. I guess I didn't realize that it was 1, 2, and 3. I thought it was right across the board, 1, 2, 3. Didn't even look at that close. So we got 2 going here. And we go ahead and get 3 going. turn that off. Get this set 3001. It's set. Get this set to. You don't do anything yet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and knit. So, let's try this. KLAS 2KPHX. Do you think it may not work, Ron, because of the I don't have all the route information in there as far as runways and that kind of stuff? Oh, look at that. It worked. It worked. It even has a cost index. It's got the flight levels. Yes. It worked, man. Groany Groovy, did you see that? It worked. AAL 100. Well, this is a short enough flight. It took me all of about a minute to type all the stuff in. So it's not like I'm really going out of my way. Oh, what I did here, I'll show you the file here quick. And I was just kind of asking Ron. I didn't get as far as asking him, but let's go to explain aircraft payware ultimate data. Okay, this is the file. Let's open it up in Notepad. So basically, it's just got the route, and I know Ron had put in there something about actual runways, but I don't have any runway information in there. It's just the route, the 2 airports, no SIDS or stars, just straight the waypoints, cost index, and the flight level. And if you see over here, it actually put all of that in. Got the cost index in, the flight level, and everything. So that's good. So we're going to go next. Our 0 fuel weight. Oops, I got to get fuel in first. It's 5,200. Yeah, first time I've seen it work too. It doesn't always, yeah. It won't at the time when I've got like a flight that's got like 50 waypoints and I'll have to type all the shit in myself. Oh well. So we'll go ahead and get that set. So now we can go back to perf data. And what do we have in here? 0 fuel weight's 48.8. So 0 fuel weight is 48.8. Block fuel is 5.2. Yeah, and that could be something too. It could be that if you didn't have something in there in the correct, you know, even the having the SID and the star in there might screw it up enough that this plane isn't smart enough to calculate it. I'm hoping to God I don't want to have to go buy the Aerostar or Aerosoft Navigraph in order to put it in here. I don't want to have to do that. I was hoping they were supposed to have the Navigraph stuff out by July. January, and it's still not out yet, so. It must be, I don't know. I can't imagine that Flight Factor did something so much different between the 7.5s and this, but whatever. So we got all that set in here. Now let's see what numbers it gives us here. 124 is even different, even different from what it said before. We're gonna keep your same numbers here though. So we have flaps up 2.5. So we're going 1/up 2.5. Flex is 64. Next phase, that's all pre-selected, that's set. I'll go ahead while we're in flight, I'll get all this stuff figured out, but I know our transition altitude is 18,000, and our transition altitude here is 18,000. I always forget that. It doesn't save it. I wish there was somewhere I could save it, because I likely won't ever be flying I won't ever likely be flying anywhere else, but you never know. So we'll just go ahead and verify the flight plan. Yeah, it shows perfume, so I still have to put in 110 at 3 knots. So we're gonna go ahead and put in 19er left. 19er left. We're going off on the perfume. Going perfume. Let's insert. Oh, exactly. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. It's not like it's going to be life or death as to whether or not arrival will come in on 08. And we are using the Brusser 4 from Wattro. Let's go ahead and insert that. Go ahead and check for any discontinuities, which we don't have any. Thank you very much. So we're good. So that's good. So that's set. Let's get this. We know we don't want to go anywhere above 7,000 feet. In our earlier, we found that out. We're gonna go ahead and get this master switch. We're gonna get the APU started now because we're getting close to getting ready to go. I get not in database when trying to input. It's probably because the database is outdated and you're trying to put in a newer, you're probably trying to put in a newer waypoint that's not on the database yet. So let's go ahead and get it started up. We can get rid of the fuel truck. We're going to have Kat's voice coming on here pretty quickly when I get the newest version of Better Pushback going. Okay, so let's remove the fuel truck. Don't want to remove that yet. Okay, it's available. So APU Gen, let's verify that the APU Gen is on. You don't think I'm going to be checking this every time? I'm not just randomly just saying, yeah, let's do it. Okay, APU Gen is on, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get our nav lights on. That's it. Everything's looking good there. Let's all listen for Cat. Let's verify. I'm going to verify this quick before I do anything.
Ground to cockpit. Client acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Start. Where did that go? There we go. Let's go back to our. Okay, so right now we're sitting there, so I'm basically just going to kind of turn back here. We got a long ass way to taxi. Yikes. Oh well, we're going to just push back right about the letter H, and what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and taxi down here, catch 3 and take Charlie. Take Charlie over around, I don't know if this is still Charlie going through here. And then we'll go ahead over here and hit Delta. So we got a long ass way to go with our taxi, so we'll have plenty of time to get all of our flaps set and everything else. Let's go ahead and get this. Oops, wrong way. I always forget I gotta hit minus. I wonder if I gotta select Cat. Preferences. Speakers. Okay, I'm guessing it's just going to be English. That should be set already. Okay, so here we go.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
That wasn't cat. Ah, dang it. Did I not hit that right? I must have. I thought I hit the enter button. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I did.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you
Well,
want
this
to
is
go.
a little bit different now.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
That's not cat. It's a woman. What the beep? I like how the just drives like right through the buildings and shit. That's hilarious. I was wondering. Huh.
Okay, all doors and hatches are
Oh,
closed.
Josh
Ready to
Gibbs used to do this all the time, and I couldn't figure out how he did it. I thought he had X camera set up or something. This will be an interesting view. I won't be able to start the engines up though without having to look back. I should turn the lights on and blind myself. Here we go, boys and girls. Hey Ron, did you drive in Sebring? I don't remember if you did or not.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Bleed air supply check. If you bleed, oh, that would help. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you said you were going to or not. We just wondered if you had any issues with disconnects and stuff like we did. I didn't know. I know JT did. I didn't know if JT, if you were on JT's team, or you didn't do Daytona then, did you? I'm trying to remember. Engine 1 is now running. I wish I could get the windshield wiper on the tow truck to work. Yeah, we had issues. We didn't have issues, I'm sorry. We had a couple times where our spotters lost connection. That was it, though. We were fortunate. It was kind of frustrating, though. Our number one team was in, I think, the second split, and they were in first place. And they went to do a driver switch in the second. The backup driver went to get in the car, and they couldn't get in the car, and they were pissed. So the same guy,
Go ahead and set the parking brake.
the same driver had to get back in the car, and then the one that was going to get in went to hop into spot, and he couldn't log back in. It was a cluster F, and they need to get it fixed. It's been so frustrating. I'm going to go ahead and show you the stuff on my iPad. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Get that over here, out of the way. Okay, so we have everything going. She said to set the parking brake. That's back on. We go ahead and turn that off.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Get that to max. Get this set. Oops. We'll go ahead and show taxiways at McCarran. We'll kind of look at the same thing that we looked at on the Navigraph charts, but it's actually on my iPad. So we'll go down to Charlie. Then out here to Gulf, we'll take Gulf up here and catch Delta and take Delta out to 19er left. Disconnect and hand signals are done. Make sure the generators are on, which they are. Go ahead and turn off the master. Turn off the bleed. Our taxi lights on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Get this set. Clear 2000. Really very surprised that ATC's not on me. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot, I forgot to slide mine. Oh, Club Classic. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very much. Club Class. Seatbelts on. We got max runway set. We got to get flaps to Grony Groovy. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Flaps are set to take off. Go ahead and test. Take off is normal. Oops, I just missed that one. Oh, Grony Groovy, thank you, man. I appreciate the follow. I said we're going to go out here. We'll take a right here and hop onto Charlie and have a long ass taxi. I could bounce too late. Now I'm not going to go back through and oh man, that's awesome. If I didn't already have all the numbers, I would have gone back into it and checked them. But no, that website is nice. I'll use that from here on out because I have all the calculations over here, which is nice. That'll give me my flex takeoff and all that stuff. That's awesome. I'll be using Ortho, by the way. If you guys are X-Plane guys, that's Fork Boy on the org store created. I've got almost the entire U.S. and I kind of had it before, but not all of it. I had the western part of the U.S. Then I was looking at some of his stuff and it looked so nice. I'm like, screw it. I deleted all of mine with the exception of Iowa, which he doesn't have. I deleted all mine and reinstalled Fork Boys. What program do you use to convert? He's got it built in. He's got batch files that actually run all of that stuff. So I honestly couldn't tell you what it is that he uses. It's a batch file that will actually use your video card as well as your CPU, you can split the file conversion from JPEG to DDS. It'll actually convert them. It'll convert, and you tell it how many you want to do. If you want to do half of them on your CPU and half of them on your GPU, it'll swap them out and run them on two different processors. It worked really good. I had my zoom level set up to 17 and then 18 around airports, and I know I turn it up here, and he had his set to I think 16 and 17. So I saved some hard drive space as well, which was good. I gotta love that. Whenever I can save hard drive space, I'm gonna do it. So able to save hard drive space, and it looks good. He had some of the overlays set up a little bit differently, so he actually has some building elevation and stuff that I didn't have on all of mine. So I'm happy as hell. I gave him money through PayPal for it, and I'm trying to find out if he's done any more, if he plans on doing any more. I know he goes out and updates some of his stuff with if there's newer JPEGs from Bing or from whoever. He'll update it and he'll send out the information as far as exactly what's changed. If he sent out some waterway stuff to update some of his files, it's pretty cool. The fork boy. I'll get the link here in a second and post it down here in the comments. Actually, I might be able to do it right now quick. I think I got to take it right here. Yeah, this is called US Ortho Photos, and like I said, I don't know. I don't know if he's got other ones or not. Yeah, you'll take that whole thing. The whole link didn't work, but you'll have to just link that entire line. Okay, the 1080 Ti is working fabulous because I used to be running 15 to 16 when I was at this airport with all the cars driving around and all the extra airport stuff happening, and it's running beautifully. Plug in, squawk box, show who's online. Okay, Oakland Center, and a supervisor is on. Okay. Oh, did I reset my radios to 122.8? Nope. Okay, we're almost to the end. I'm going to go ahead and call out my instructions that I'm departing. And
approaching runway 19 left.
okay, so KLAS traffic. Runway left. Southeast departure. Yeah, does anyone know how to move this stupid thing? I want to get it out away from my weather and my frame rate counters up here, and I don't know how to move it. I thought maybe I could drag it. That sure as hell doesn't work. Let's get our landing lights on. Strobes are on. I should put them to auto, but I like having them on because that way It's one of the things I do when I land. Okay, here we go.
Approaching 19 left.
Yeah, it has a whole converter and everything in there. There's batch files. There's a batch file process in each one of them. It's really nice. And it just runs in the background. You basically click on the batch file. It'll tell you when it's done. If you're good with the numbers, and you click yes, and then it says press any key to enter when it's done. Okay, here we go. Let's push the throttles forward until we get up to flex. Click, click. There we go, flex 64. It's very straight. Yeah, I guess it is. 120 knots. V1, rotate. Try to keep the cross centered. Gear up. It should switch over here to. There we go. There we go. Lever climb. Pull it back. Throttle climb. Flaps up. Getting a little bit too high. Go ahead and click the autopilot on. So one thing I like doing is if I know I've got everything set really well and I click the autopilot on and it doesn't make any banking or any real strange bank or pitch changes, I know that I'm pretty much flying it out manually. By hand out on the correct path and correct. That's why you try to keep that plus sign centered as best as possible. We're going to go ahead and go up to 270. That's fine. It's supposed to stay under 7,000. Oh, I'm boiling. Yep, it's got its own converter. There we go. Hitting the wrong button. I want to go to optimum climb, so it's going to go ahead and climb. I'm not under the restrictions anymore. If I look at the SID perfume, oops, wrong one. Perfume, as you can see, at Roper at 7,000, and so I had to stay under 7,000. If there's no ATC on, or if ATC goes ahead and tells me to go ahead and climb to whatever I want to climb to, I can just hit the OP climb, which takes it out of managed mode. Oh my God, I need to open a window. Woo! It's boiling. Hot, hot, hot. Approaching at 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and get our lights turned off. Go ahead and turn off our seatbelt sign. We'll put it on auto. And turn off our light. There we go. There she goes. The flight today should be an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, if that. It's not very long. I'll call it up here. Give me 1 second. Let me put in and clear this. Put in the new flight plan. KPHX. Return. We'll pop up with some routes. Most recent routes that were filed. And that's the one we want to use. We'll select route. We want off on 19 left. And we're coming in on 8. Okay. Down at the bottom here, 42 minutes. So not long at all. Let's see. Well, we have traffic on. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Navigraph charts. As you can see, they're using the Jeppesen charts, and it's actually following it on the flight as we're departing out. It'll actually do that on the approach charts as well. Basically the same thing that my iPad's doing down here with ForeFlight. Oh, see you, Grony Groovy. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very much. I have to wear a sweatshirt. Oh, now there's no sweatshirts being worn tonight here. Jesus, I'm boiling. Like I said, I have turned down the thermostat in the floor. We've got a heater that runs a tube through the floor in the basement here to keep it warm in the winter when it's cold. And I've got the door closed in here because my son's in the other room with his friends playing Xbox. Well, I guess people are really wanting to see that versus my actual flight, huh? My son's in the other room playing Xbox, so I close the door just so he doesn't have to hear me and I don't have to hear him. And that doesn't make it any warmer or any cooler. Yeah, it's boiling. You flying tomorrow morning, John? I'll have to hop on and watch. How do I move this? Somebody said I could move it by just going up here and text box preferences, but I'm not able to move shit. I don't know how to move it. No idea. Figure out how to work this better. I can't do the map because I don't have my API key. I don't even have the slightest idea where to get it. This is that. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at.
Altimeter setting.
Hold on. Okay, let's see where we're at here tonight. I thought there was a map. Oh, here we go. There's all the people flying tonight. They usually have a good turnout. There's some people. There's a group of them. Monday night group flights, and I was gonna do that. And they were going to Charlotte, I believe. It looks like they're going from Charlotte back to Houston. But I know there's a group flight going tonight, and I tried doing them if I can. I wanted to get my NASCAR flight in because I know I wanted to stream, so I did not partake in that. Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. Looking at 41 minutes till we land. If you guys like the content, and I see some of you are still on, please feel free to hit that follow button. I'm going to try and start streaming in the evenings a little bit more. I tried, I've kind of been going back and forth. Most of my kids are gone. I'm down to just one home. Got 3 in college. So, given that, it's a little bit easier for me to hop on and do some streaming. My youngest has lifting in the morning early. He doesn't have it this week because they're on spring break. But my youngest, how can I move that? So he's up with his friends tonight. Look to see if there's anything out of place here. Some flights I'll do on Pilot Edge here eventually. I haven't been on Pilot. I guess I can't say that. I've been on Pilot Edge, but now with the big stuff, just my GA stuff. I see Chile starting to do some streaming on Pilot Edge, which is cool. There's not a huge, but there's a pretty, I shouldn't say big, but there's an intimidation factor if you're not familiar with ATC communications and all that kind of stuff. You know what? Is my voice still off a little bit? It is. Nice set. Okay, advanced audio properties I got set to negative 1,000. I'm going to go 2,000 and see what happens. It's 2,000 milliseconds. Oh shit, it erased it. It shouldn't have. Got it? There we go. Estimated time of arrival, lower left-hand corner down on the iPad, 43 minutes. We're just getting up to cruise altitude between Las Vegas and Phoenix, Arizona. Is it working now? And there we go. It's working out. I wonder if it didn't like the 2,000. Something I can think of, because that's all I changed. It went from 2,000 back to 1,000. How odd is that? Dirty Wing mod for the Zevo that came out. I have not. I did not try. Can't gamble anymore. Rent-A-Cow, where you at? Where you're doing some gambling? You in Vegas? Oh yeah. No, you're in the back of the plane. You're not gambling anymore. You are done. It just dawned on me. Looks like we've got 60 miles, a little over 60 miles till we start our descent. Oh, cool. Yeah, I experienced some issues with, well, I think they were self-imposed. I was messing with the flight plan, flying into Billings, Montana last week, in the Zeebo, and it got all goofed up, and for whatever reason, my auto throttle disconnected. Not sure why it disconnected. And I went plummeting to the ground at 330 knots on when I was on base, on downwind. And it's like, what the hell happened? I have no idea. The auto throttle pilot or knob was switched, and the light was on. And it was like, it's like it wasn't on. And if I would have noticed it earlier, I could have pulled the throttles back and then tried switching it off and on again. But I didn't notice it right away. And I looked down, it's like, holy shit. Cruise altitude is flight level 270. And if you want to find out what the weather at our destination is, in any of my streams, you can just type exclamation METAR and then the 4-letter designation. So type in exclamation METAR space and then KPHX. I can also get it here as well. Go more information. We want to go details. We want to go METAR. We're looking at, it's terrible weather. 0 knots for wind, calm, 10 statute miles, scattered at 20,000, broken at 25,000. 25 is a temp, 03 is a dew point, 29 or 9 or 3. Oh, that's my old, there you go. There's my iRacing stuff that pops up while I'm flying. I thought I had that fixed. It's supposed to figure out what I'm doing if I'm streaming based on the game. And it's only supposed to put certain messages out there based on what game I'm playing. And not sure why, but that's the second time I think I've seen that iRacing one out there. Maybe not. Yep, that's the second time we've seen that one, and I think that's the first time it's the first time I've ever seen it. Now I've seen it twice. Jesus. I've got to have somebody teach me the ins and outs of
Destination ATIS is
I gotta have somebody teach me the ins
127.575.
and outs of Home Shake 89. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. The ins and outs of setting up the different commands and all that crap. Seems like I'm lost. See, I can also, I don't know if this is going to work. I can put, the iPad has given me, enter destination. So let me do that quick. We'll go ahead and go perf, next phase. So our QNH was 29 or 9 or 3. Nope, I forgot the dot. I couldn't remember if I had to put the dot in there or not. Sometimes it seems like you do. Sometimes it seems like you don't. The temp was 23, if I remember right. Temp was 25. 0 at 0. That's it. MDA decision height is 200. There we go. So that's now set in, so we're good to go there. Take a gander quick at our approach chart. Or I'm sorry, our Brusser 1. Is there any real hard points that we have to be at between 12 and 9? Between 290, so we're good there at 270. Okay, so we need to be at 250 at Meyer. 250 and 270 knots. 250, so 270. That's kind of odd. Yeah, that's a typo on the chart, because this is 270 knots between 250 and 190. If you look at this is saying 270. Oh, 20. Okay, I was reading it wrong. That's my bad. We're good. We can just stay right on that old one there. We'll go ahead and put like 9,000 in here. What's the iPad overlay? It's a program called ForeFlight. 127 point. We'll see if this works in I don't think it does. 575. I don't think that it does. At ForeFlight, and I'm using an app called the Air Server, which pushes it from my iPad right here. And so basically what I see on my iPad is exactly what you're seeing on this, and then I have that as one of my scenes, or one of my sources in OBS. Okay, so I'm gonna keep listening. See, I've got this radio set to the same ATIS that's showing up on the iPad here. We'll see how accurate it is, if it works or not. So let's go ahead and put this down to, let's just go 10,000 for now. Yeah, yep, that's coming from Marcus. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, get that overlays on the iPad, from the iPad. Yep. The ForeFlight's a purchase program on the iPad that I use for my real world flying, and so I basically use that along with this. I would never ever pay this much money just for flight simming. I would find I would find something else, but because I use it for real world flying, it's no cost to me then for this. But that being said, I will be right back. Gotta run to the restroom quick and grab a few more adult beverages. Okay, I'm back. course, it didn't start the descent. I keep thinking this is the PMDG, which automatically starts the descent automatically. I should say Boeing. I shouldn't say PMDG. I should say Boeing. I think both of them. I think the Boeing automatically starts a descent when you hit your top of descent, whereas with this you've got to click the managed descent. The one thing I wish I could figure out is when's the best time to go into... Oh, shit. Oops. I hate it when I go off the screen and it jacks that up. When's the best time to click on the progress and click... Ooh. There we go. When I'm supposed to activate the approach phase. That's the one thing that always gets me. It seems like, for whatever reason, I do it too soon. So it acts goofy in the fact that it's trying to slow down way too much, and I'll be on downwind and I'm doing like 170. It's like, okay, it's gonna take forever to land. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the air server for right now. Didn't really see a lot of the ortho, did we? Shoot. I was kind of jacking around talking too much. Didn't even get a chance to look at it. Well, we'll be into the clouds here shortly. Yes, there is. Oh, I can't think of what it is now. It's something divided by 3. I always use the top of descent that the plane gives me, unless ATC or instructs me differently. I'll always just use that. But no, there's a, you know, if you do a search for it. Well, and the thing of it is too, with the iPad actually pops that up too. It'll tell me, you know, seeing something so messed up here, and all of a sudden it's saying that I'm an hour until I get there. I don't know why it does that. Oh well. Yeah, and if you did a search for like commercial or flight descent calculator, it's like the amount of distance. If you got to descend 30,000 feet, you divide by 3. So you got to start 100 miles out, something along those lines. It's a simple number. I just don't use it enough to use it, to know it off the top of my head. Yeah, we have plenty of fuel. Jesus, we've used only 1,800, no. Yeah, 1,800 pounds so far. Or 1,800 kilograms, my bad. Yes, exactly. It's a speed, how far you got to drop, and it tells you on like a descent of 1,500 feet, how many miles out you're supposed to start it. When I'm flying real world, I mean, typically when I'm flying online, I'm being given descent instructions anyway, so I've never ever learned it. I've never learned what the acronym or what the calculation is. Let's just do a search here quick. I've got a few minutes. I just did a search for descent profile calculation. So start your descent 75 miles. Okay, that's a little bit more than I was gonna. There's got to be something. Oh, here it is, right here. Top of descent calculation. Standard descent rate is 3 degrees. Oh, this isn't what I was looking at either. The rule of 3. That's what I was thinking. Rule of 3. Okay, right there. 30,000 feet. Flight level 330 needed to descend to the next point at 12,000. So you take 3,300 minus 1,200 divided by 3. So 210 divided by 3 is 70 nautical miles is where you got to start. That's what it was. Yeah, the difference divided by 3.
Altimeter setting.
So the difference divided by 3, and that tells you the miles. Yep. No, there hasn't been any ETC. And this is one of the things that the VA that I'm flying with, they do not. They 2993. They require VATSIM for their flights because they're a VATSIM VA. They've been one of the longest on VATSIM. You see, now right now I'm going 250 knots. I don't need to be doing 250 knots. Hell, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I do. Bruiser, 250, 250. Okay, I guess I do. My bad. Yep, there's the ATIS just popped up, so it is working. I didn't think it worked on. I honestly didn't think it worked in VATSIM. I don't want to listen to it. Coming down. See, now when I used to come down through these clouds before like this, my frame rates would be in single digits, and they're up to 39, 40, 37. Didn't it say it was clear up to like flight level 230? What are we hitting clouds at 14,000 for? Oh well. So we're coming up to Bruiser between 17 and 13,000. So we're gonna hit that just fine. At 250, then Bidwill between 12 and 9. Yeah, this is very weird that I'm getting. The ATIS said, oh, and then boom, then it's clear as a bell. Nothing above us. Yeah. Anyway, there's some ortho. This looks good. This looks very good. So we're at 13,000. We could now descend Bidwill between 12 and 9. So we'll go ahead and put that baby down to 9. Yeah, like I said, I shouldn't be going 204. Now, yeah, I take that back. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that this SID or this star has. Hey, Ron, you still here? What the hell is this? Switching panel. Switch HG panel. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we're coming down to 10,000. We'll go ahead and get our seatbelt signs on. Get our lights on. The more lights, the merrier. That's what I always say. Let's make sure that this is set up for the approach. Flight plan, procedures. Approach 08. Alice. Nope, we're just going to go vectors to final. Add the route. Then we'll close that, and we will go full screen. So we're just verifying that we have here 111.75, and the course setting is 078. Yep, that matches, so we're good there. Yeah, that's weird. Switching panel. Well, I'll go ahead and activate approach phase now, I guess. Yes, I'll confirm. Like I said before, I just seemed like I'd slow down way too much. Zoom in a little bit more here. For those that weren't on here before, if this is scenery from the xplane.org site, from Fork Boy. Yeah, it's that's his name, and he's created U.S. ortho scenery for a majority of the United States, Hawaii, and some of Mexico, I believe. And this is all his work. I had a pretty large portion of the Western U.S. done, but I was running into DDS errors and all kinds of shit when I'd be flying along, and all of a sudden my X-plane would crash. And come to find out that he had this out there, so I deleted everything I had. Got rid of it, and so we're coming up to ENSA between 10 and 8, so we'll go ahead and just pop this down to 8. Nope, I didn't want to do that. So I just deleted everything that I had, with the exception of, I think I did like 6 or 7 tiles in Iowa where I live, and Fork Boy doesn't have tiles in Iowa yet. He's got. Let me put it back up there again. I don't remember if I have it. I don't, but I can grab it here quick. X-plane. For you guys just joining, there it is. Oh, why didn't it show up? Oh. Wait a second. Why the hell didn't it show up? Can I not do my own freaking... Well, anyway. I put it in there. I don't know why. Maybe I can't. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, there. I did it twice. I guess I got ahead of myself. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through our... I got... runway lights on, landing lights on, nose light on, seatbelts on, no smoking signs are on. Go ahead and arm the speed brake. I will go ahead and get the auto brake set to medium. Coming up here to football, as you can see on the iPad, it's coming up on the chart. Oop, I didn't realize I didn't have that on. Sorry about that. As you can see, it's coming up on the chart here. I'm going to go ahead and put this down to 4,000. Because it looks like we're coming right in towards I like. I'm going to there's a city right there. So the runway is right, I think there's the airport right there. There's the city of Phoenix. Right there's your airport. Yeah, this scenery, it's really nice because it gives the building some definition, which a lot of my ortho didn't do. So it's very, very nice. Very happy with it. turn off the no smoking signs. Well, you want us to have a smoke? Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're visual now. We're gonna go ahead and just do not mess with the managed descent anymore. We're gonna go down whatever the hell we want. Coming up to Pigskin. What I'll probably do here is take over control on the heading and kind of give myself, I don't want to come into it at the over a 90-degree angle. I'm going to probably come in on the heading. Actually, I'm going to do it right now. Pull it towards me. And I want to turn out to the right here at about a heading of 190. That way I'm coming in more at a 60-degree. Smoke friendly, yeah. Light them up if you want to, man. I'm not stopping you. I want to just get come at it a little bit better angle. I don't like having it swing clear out and wide. Ground spoilers are on, seat belt. We can go ahead and throw out a notch of flaps. We're at 190. Flaps 1 are out. The airport's right back here, so I'm going to go ahead and square off my get the localizer armed here. Heading 170, which would be a 90-degree to the 080 runway heading. Yeah, the weather's clear, it said. Clear my ass. Have a 40-degree entry into the localizer. Localizer should pick up here any second. A little bit right. Here it's starting to move. I don't know why it blew right through the hole there. It hit. Now it just finally hit. Okay, whatever. See, this is what I don't like about descents in this plane. Come on, you're not going to be doing 140 knots this far out. You're just not. You are not, you are not, you are not. You'd still be doing 170 clear out here. If not more. Wait till we get to was up and I'll throw out the gear. Wow, the screens are all dirty and stuff. I have to have maintenance get in here and clean this shit up. I can't see. I got a huge, I'm terribly happy. 30 freaking frames. Wait, we're supposed to be lined up for the runway over here. We're coming in on 8. I'm lined up right for the frickin' middle of the runway, middle of the airport. I don't know why. Something must be off because my ILS is not even close. It is not even close. Yeah, I'm even getting screwed up with the runways and shit here.
1,000.
Glide slow.
I don't like that either. There's downtown Phoenix here, folks.
Flaps. Flaps. Too fast. Too fast. Flaps. Flaps. Too fast. Too fast. 500. Unstable. Unstable.
400. 100 above. 300.
Too low, flaps. 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 Too low, flaps.
Minimum. Retard. 20, 10, 5.
Okay. Brakes are hot. I don't know why. Barely even touched them. Oh, I had them set to medium. Probably didn't need to do that. Let's turn the brake fans on. Probably didn't need to do that. Plenty of runway. Let's go ahead and get off the runway here. As you can see, my iPad automatically As you can see, my iPad automatically switched over to traffic mode or taxi mode with the airport diagram. Click this off. Off. Leave that there. Strobes are off. Didn't mean to hit that one. Just go ahead and keep those on auto. Let's get the flaps up. We will go down here to Terminal 4. Wait a sec, these are Delta planes, so I don't want to be anywhere near those stinky planes. So we'll go down here. Is that United? I have no idea where the hell American flies in and out here. See, the spoilers are still armed. Flaps up. Worried about other things and not staying in the taxiway. I think this is stock scenery too. Okay, that's US Airways. I'm just gonna go down here past. I'll go down to Terminal 4. Go down to Charlie 10, and if I land in amongst the other US Airways planes, then oh, so be it. God, I wonder if, you know, I wonder if they might not be, American might not be at Terminal 2. I should have landed 7 left. I'll have to check to see what's up with the runways too, because that was not accurate at all as far as the ILS goes, because it was way the hell off. And I was looking at the iPad, I noticed it didn't start me in right away, and it was slowly getting to the point where I'd passed the when I passed where I needed to go. It's like, okay, something's not working, something's not right, and it must be either the scenery. I know with X-Plane, or with Prepared and FSX, you could actually download new file information that would update all of that stuff, and I don't know, I'm not smart enough with X-Plane to know how to go in and check it, because I'm really enjoying the hell out of this plane. We will go down to the other side of Terminal 4, and now we're going to turn right here. This is, I have a feeling, I have a pretty strong feeling that I'll bet you American parks over. I'll bet American parks over on the other side. Okay, LAS, KPHX. That's another thing too that I really like with Prepared, is you have GSX that you can just basically say, okay, I want to go to this this. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see, where did they... Gate A13. I bet you $1 that's on the other side. Do I want to taxi clear over there? No. I'm going to park right here. I'm going to park amongst the US... Oh, there's an American plane. Hey, hey, look at that. I guess. Maybe that's your plane from last night, Ron. That might be your plane from last night. Let's go ahead. I want to check out that... oh, Jesus, my wingtips are going to hit. Oh, well, fuck it. It's only money. Okay. Parking brake is on. Plate is 225. Gates A1 through A30 and B1, B14. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just typically when I do flights like this and I want to park in the right spots, I'll just come on. Oh, I went LAX instead of LAS. No wonder I couldn't find it. I'll just basically look to see an American flight, and I'll just glance up here quick and see what gate they went to. I'm probably nowhere near the correct gate. Oops. And I should have looked closer. I'd like to start making these a little bit more realistic as possible, and specifically look if Terminal 2 is the correct terminal for American. Start landing in a different location. I would have landed on 7 left and made my way to Terminal 2. I'm just not sure. Terminal 4. Oh, so I'm at the right spot then. Okay, there we go. We're good then. I'm at Terminal 4. So I'm just one from customs. So let's get the APU generator going here. You know what? Why don't I do that? Why don't I just hit ground power? Steffi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. Ground power unit, the starter unit. I still want to figure out what that means, that switching panel. Switch. G panel. Switch. I don't know. Turn the brake fan off. Those are no longer hot. I'm not going to use the APU after all. So I've got the Asiana Airlines here. Yeah. You're not one of the ones that landed short at San Fran, are you? Go ahead and get the taxi light off. Get that turned off. Now let's check the biggest thing that I need to worry about right now. What is that? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. I didn't click the frickin' start flight button. Ugh. I'm a maroon. I'm an absolute maroon. Oh, Terminal 4, gates A7 and A9. Got one going right here, man. I'm good. Gotta have another sit before we take off. Son of a bitch. You know, I always do this, and I don't know why. I've done it so many times on this. I'll click fly, and I think that's all you have to do. So I never hit the start button. Well, I'll have to. I was wanting to check my landing too. That was perfect. That wasn't perfect. I'm gonna go back and take a look at it. Usually I don't do this because they're usually so frickin' bad. I will have to fill out a manual pirate form. Oops, I forgot to put my information out there as well. So an hour and 12 minutes. I'm going to take a picture of that. Gosh dang it. That pisses me off. Hour and 13 minutes. Got it. Yeah, I'll just do it. I hope my drinks are going around. I've had the drink carts have been getting pushed around. I'm letting those babies go. Okay, so help me, Ron. How do I? Oh, I gotta log off. I gotta log off first. X-plane, X-squawk box, disconnect. Okay, so that is disconnected. Now I need to remember, how do you go through the? How do I go back and show the flight? Toggle replay mode. Yeah, this was so weird about this is it had me lined up. When my ILS is lined up, let's go back a touch. Oh, Jesus, not that slow. Oh, it doesn't show any information out here, does it? When my ILS was lined up dead on, I was basically lined up straight for the frickin' terminal. So at that point, I'm like, okay, something's not right. So I clicked off the autopilot and just said, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and hand fly this the rest of the way in. Oh, here's the scenery, by the way. This is Fork Boy. And I went ahead and I veered off to the left and manually flew it in, which obviously that's not my first time I've ever done that. Stadium's right there. I've been down here a few times. Superstition Mountain is, I believe, right here. Or no, it must be right there. My folks, Mom and Dad, have a place out in Mesa. But they haven't been out there in a while. My mom's been in the nursing home, and my dad doesn't want to leave. There you go, little tequila. So I had to realign myself, and then I'm thinking, wait a sec, that's not even the runway, so I had to go over a little bit more. All the while my localizer is way off. If I would have flown the localizer, I'd have landed right into the terminal. So I had to move over a little more. Typically with the Airbus, I'll keep it on auto throttle even if I'm hand flying it, because it's not a good plane to try hand flying it without auto throttle. The Boeings, I don't care. I don't get sound either. Is that something that's normal? I have no idea. I rarely ever look at my replays. Oh, look at that. I wasn't straight on alignment with it. But I think my nose gear touched down on the white line. Oh, perfect. Then I had to fix that, but anyway, that was the replay. It had to have been like 150 or so, I'm guessing. That probably does. Oh, it won't work in replay, I guess, will it? So I ended up going to the right spot. Still need to figure out what this switching panel means. Can I move that? Nope. Can I undock it or anything? Nope. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I just gotta. Let's go ahead and exit out of that. I wanted to just see that landing again quick. Okay, is there any reason I didn't go right back to the That's why, maybe. I need to figure out what this switching panel means. If any of you guys know, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I do need to check out Prepared with the new video card. See if I'm happy with that as I am with X-Plane so far with the new card. So we will have to do that here in the next few days. I do believe, though, that I am going to sign off for the night. It was a good night. I thought I shut my engines off. Nope. Wait a second. I've got ground power on. Oh shit. Oops. Yeah, it could very well be. I'll dig around and I'll look to see what it means. It's got to be something that I didn't click, or I clicked inadvertently. I'll have to look to see. I'll just do some searches tomorrow for it, because there's got to be it's probably something so obvious that I don't know how I missed it. But I definitely did something. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that at all. Well, now we're not going to be able to see it because I stupidly shut everything off. Second time I've done that tonight. But anyway, time for more scotch. Yeah, cool. Played us 255. Hey, all you guys that are watching along, and please hit that follow button. I'm going to be doing some a little bit more streaming in the evening. If I can, I'm possibly going to try to do some streaming on Thursdays and Fridays during the day. If I can, I work from home, and I'm going to try to do some testing, see if I can get it to work with me flying while I'm working. I can't do it this week. I'm still off-site. I can't work from home when I'm off-site, so this is my third week of working off-site, so I'm ready to get back to the normal grind and actually be able to work from home again. So, but typically, I'm going to try and start doing this flight that I did tonight on Sundays, because it's the NASCAR races are Sundays, and this is basically Join AVA, which is American Virtual. This is their NASCAR tour. What we'll do is we fly from, like we flew from Daytona to Atlanta to Vegas, Vegas to Phoenix, and now we'll go from Phoenix, I'm guessing, to Sonoma, or up somewhere in Sonoma, maybe Monterey area. We're flying to there for the race next week, and I'm going to try and start doing those on Sunday night. So that's my plan anyway, and I'm trying to get a schedule set that I can be on here for specific days, and then just random other times that I'm flying or doing iRacing, or doing in real life stuff when I'm actually going out to the airport, and I'm going to go do some flying. I'm going to try and do some in real life stuff. I'm getting the plane set up and doing the walk around and that kind of stuff. And hopefully I'm going to do that a little bit more as well. I just don't like doing it because it can sometimes take away from what you're actually trying to do. You're too worried about what's on the camera versus making sure that the pre-flight checklist, or that your walk around is, you don't want to forget to drain the sumps. There's several things you just don't want to miss. And Ron, I've got to find out. I honestly don't look at the flights close enough, and you're in my hub, so if you want to fly on Pilot Edge, do it. I've done a few flights on Pilot Edge. I've also done a few flights on VATSIM where I went to connect the VATSIM, and I was getting an error connecting to the people, so I just said, screw it, I'm logging off, and I flew it, and no one's questioned it yet. So if you want to do that, go ahead, and if I get questioned about it, I'll say I'm the one that said it was okay, and we'll go from there. So I've got no problem with it. please do. Because actually, flying on Pilot Edge is going to give you more flight experience than flying on VATSIM. But the one thing that Joint AVA is they're one of the oldest VAs affiliated with VATSIM, so they try to do VATSIM as much as they can. So, anyway, I am done for the night. If I would have gotten my first flight off a little better shape, I would have hopped in another plane and maybe done some GA stuff, but it now is 11 o'clock, and I wasted an hour screwing up before turning off the APU generator, so that was my bad. I'm not going to be able to do another one tonight. So anyway, thank you for the guys that followed. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hosts. Chili, thank you very much. And also Max, he's not on here, I see. But anyway, thanks guys for spending your Monday night with me. And I'll hopefully be on tomorrow evening, or at least I'll try and get on a couple nights this week. It's going to be kind of hard to tell with the kids on spring break. But anyway, take care. As always, peace out.